Overview. The water and waste systems comprise potable water system, water waste disposal system, toilet waste disposal system. The potable water system is serviced from inside the hydraulics bay. An external water servicing panel on the left-hand side of the fuselage can be installed as a customer option. That completes the overview for water and waste. The next section will cover a general description of the water and waste system. Potable water system. The potable water system delivers water from a tank installed at the forward end of the hydraulics bay. The tank is normally pressurized by either engine bleed air or APU bleed air. However, the system can be pressurized on the ground by connecting a low-pressure air supply to a ground charging valve. A sight glass provides indication of tank contents. A temperature gauge is located close to the tank, indicating danger ice in the red sector and no ice in the green sector. This gauge is not fitted to aircraft with a water servicing panel. Attached to the tank are two flexible hoses for overflow and fill-drain. These are normally stowed within the hydraulics bay. The hoses are passed through the door opening for water replenishment and draining. Located on the hoses are two interlocking valves. It is not possible to open the fill-drain valve without first opening the overflow valve. The valves are located behind a hinged cover, which will not close when the overflow valve is open. The hydraulics bay door will not close with the hinged panel in the open position. A filler cap provides an alternative method of replenishment of the tank if a ground servicing trolley is not available. Where can the water tank be pressurized from? Water servicing panel. A customer option routes the overflow and fill-drain hoses to a servicing panel located on the left side of the fuselage. Water filling and draining is controlled electrically from the panel. A tank contents indicator and an air charging adapter are located on the panel. An annunciator on the central status panel lights whenever the water servicing panel door is open. The fill, drain and overflow valves are automatically closed when the door is closed. How can the contents of the water tank be checked? Water distribution. Cold water is supplied through a series of heated pipes and hoses to each toilet and galley unit. Each toilet and galley unit is fitted with an isolation valve. Pipe heating is supplied from the ground services busbar. Pipe heating is controlled by two pipe heater circuit breakers on the forward cabin attendance panel. Each toilet unit contains a water heater controlled by a toilet water heater circuit breaker on the forward cabin attendance panel. The water supply line runs over the top of the main landing gear bay. In order to drain the rear part of the water system, a separate drain valve is fitted on the left of the fuselage, accessed from within the rear cargo bay. The drain valve is controlled by a switch next to the water tank in the hydraulics bay. For aircraft with a water servicing panel, a separate switch on the panel controls the rear drain valve. What protection is provided to prevent water freezing in the supply pipes whilst in flight? What facilities for completely draining the water from the aircraft are provided? Water waste disposal system. The water waste is discharged overboard from the toilet basins and galley sinks through the front and rear drain masts. The drain masts are electrically heated from AC bus 1. Toilet waste disposal system. Toilet waste is drained through the external toilet servicing points located behind hinged access panels beneath each toilet. A waste drain and a sluicing point are installed on the panel. That completes the section on general descriptions for water and waste. The next section is external checks. External checks. On completion of this section, you will be able to carry out the external checks associated with the water and waste system. Both the front and rear toilet servicing doors must be checked closed. The condition of the front and rear waste drain masts should be checked. The rear water drain point must be clear and unobstructed. Inside the hydraulics bay, the water tank contents should be checked using the sight glass. The overflow and fill drain valves should be checked closed. and all the hoses stowed. For aircraft fitted with a water servicing panel, the 3 switches should be checked off and the door securely closed. That now completes the external checks associated with the water and waste system. The next section covers the normal operations of the aircraft. Water replenishment. The pointer on the temperature indicator, located adjacent to the water tank, should be checked in the green sector. The system should not be filled if the pointer is in the red sector. The hoses are unstowed and placed outside the hydraulics bay door. The valve access door is opened, both the overflow and fill-drain valves are opened, and water is pumped through the fill-drain hose until it overflows through the overflow pipe. If a water servicing panel is fitted, hoses are connected to the fill-drain and overflow couplings. Both the fill-drain and the overflow valves are opened, and water is pumped until it overflows through the overflow line. Water draining. If the aircraft is to be left unpowered in freezing temperatures for more than 1 hour, the water system must be drained. Before attempting to drain the water system, the toilet water heaters and pipe heater circuit breakers must be pulled to prevent the pipe and water heaters overheating. In freezing temperatures, the water pipe heater should be switched on 30 minutes before, during, and for a maximum of 30 minutes after the draining operation. Ensure that the isolation valves for each toilet and galley are open. The overflow and fill-drain hoses should be unstowed. The valve access door is opened and both valves opened. The rear drain valve is opened using the switch located next to the water tank. All the taps in the toilets and galleys should be opened to ensure complete drainage. When drainage is complete, all the valves may be closed and the hoses re-stowed. For aircraft fitted with a water servicing panel, a similar procedure is adopted, but the valves are controlled from the panel. That completes the description and operation of the water and waste system.